we're live. We're live. Okay. Setting things up. Just give me a moment. Okay. Everything seems good. Alright. Excuse the noise. There's a street sweeper passing by. If you can hear that. Alright. I think we're ready to go. Alright, let's begin. Hello everybody and welcome to day 2 of TMNT Shredder's Revenge. I've decided to kind of make this into a sort of series where I tackle basically the same intense custom mode gameplay as I did with April, but with different characters. I think it would be fun to kind of challenge myself. There are certain characters aside from April that I use. For example, the character I'm about to use today, Leonardo. He's my second favorite character. I believe I mentioned that in the previous video. I sometimes like to switch to him, switch it up a little bit, not always use April. And that wouldn't be very fun now, would it? I like to switch it up sometimes. Oh yes, the other night I was trying out some different settings with some people. I set things back up to how they were. No radical ninja mode. But yeah, every now and then I like to use Leonardo because Leonardo is also a fun character to use. He's very well balanced, and his his jump attack move, I really like it because he does that really cool spinning sword slash technique, and when you use it on people, it stuns them for quite a bit of time, and it gives you a chance to kind of start a combo without the enemy, without worry of the enemy kind of counter-attacking. But it doesn't work on all enemies. Some enemies manage to get away or they can block it. So you have to kind of be careful because once you land on the ground, you're kind of open to attacks for about a split second or two, but it only takes a split second when enemies are moving this fast to kind of attack back. So yes, without further ado, let's begin.
Select your hero.
So yes, this time we're going to use
Let's get our shells and gear.
Leonardo. Leonardo is a very well balanced character. He's stronger than April, obviously, but he's a little bit slower. But I find that using combos with Leonardo is actually a lot easier than it is with April. Let's go ahead and skip this. We don't need to watch that again.
Breaking news.
But yeah, like I said, I can keep playing this game I play this game every day, almost every day, whenever I can. So, as you can see, maybe if you can tell, but unlike with April, when I use my combos on people, he doesn't really knock them into the air as much. Whereas with April, she kind of knocks them in the air like every other attack. Also, since he's stronger than April, enemies go down much faster. So, yeah. I won't be building my combos as fast as April, but well, there we go. It's a little bit, oh well, not as good as I'm not as good as I am with April. I'm more used to being April, but I'm not bad with Leonardo either. And the spinning attack is that's the attack I was talking about before that I really like using. I really like using that attack because it's a lot of fun. It looks cool. It's probably my favorite attack in the entire game, just using it. It's pretty cliche, but I really like that attack because it just looks cool. It doesn't matter where it's being used or who's using it. Whenever somebody does that, it's always cool to see. Whether it's in a movie or a video game or whatever. Another thing I didn't talk about before yesterday was crossplay. I like the fact this game has crossplay, but sadly, since I'm on PC, I can only connect to other Steam users or people on Xbox. And I think on the Epic Game Store, if anybody has this game on the Epic Game Store, but I've never run into anybody who actually plays this game on the Epic Game Store, so maybe not. I've only ever run into Steam users and users on the Xbox. But this game is also on Switch and the PlayStation. Unfortunately, I cannot connect to them because there's no cross-play between PlayStation and Switch and PC. But the developer Dotemu, they have said that one day they would like to put that in, but as of right now, that's not a thing yet. I hope they come through with that, I really do, because if they do that, then that would increase the amount of players playing this game that I can connect to. And it would be much easier to get into games that have like 6 players in them, which are games I really like to play. Because as of right now, that's the only way to kind of increase the spawn rate of enemies. And I really like when there's a lot of enemies on the screen, because that's just more enemies I can beat down. Oh man, not doing so good. It's the first level. Well, that was close. Like I said, this type of gameplay is pretty intense. Everybody moves a lot faster and does more damage. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I really enjoy custom mode. Like, I don't really play normal or gnarly mode anymore over custom mode. Ever since custom mode came out, I've just been playing mostly custom mode. Because, I don't know, gnarly mode just doesn't really, I guess, scratch that itch anymore. Enemies die a lot faster since they have half the health as how I usually set it up. And, you know, it's still okay, it's fun. But I guess I'd play gnarly mode like if I wanted to have a much more quicker game versus having it last a lot longer. But most of the time I like the game to last long, and enemies have like I feel like enemies have much better chance of taking me down, I suppose. Not to brag or anything, but I find that I'm able to take down enemies a lot faster on gnarly mode, since they die pretty easily. This part's still a bit of a trouble without using that power up because a lot of enemies come out on that part. These guys always have tons of health. I can take them on a little bit easier than I could with April. Alright. Yeah, that jump kick move, man. It's very hard to get out of the way of that because it kind of just comes... You never know when they're gonna do it. And it just happens really fast. Even like outside of super speed mode, it happens really fast. So it's really hard to get out of the way. Another thing I would love to see this game get is probably some DLC. I would love for this game to get some DLC characters. I couldn't really tell you who I'd want to see in the game. But if this game one day gets DLC characters, I certainly wouldn't complain. I would love to have more characters to use in this game. I think that a game like this is definitely ripe for DLC, like just adding more new characters from the TMNT universe. And who knows, maybe even, well, I'm probably getting my hopes up way too high when I say maybe some, oops. Oh man, that's not good. This guy got me twice. Maybe some, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh man, the word for it. Not, like characters from different, franchises, basically. There's a word for it. I'm like at a loss for words right now. Oh. Oh. Almost got me, almost got me. Gotta be careful. But I highly doubt that's going to happen. I would be fine with just more characters from the TMNT universe being playable. Who knows, maybe one day. I hope this game kind of stays, kind of keeps getting updated every now and then, and doesn't like fizzle out too fast. Because this game honestly deserves to keep getting updated in my opinion. This is that good. A game like this doesn't deserve to just die out. But I guess it's up to the developers what they want to do. And I suppose there is modding, I guess, if it comes down to it. I believe there already are mods to this game, but I haven't tried them. Honestly, this game is so good that I really don't feel the need to mod, at least not for now. And I don't know what kind of mods would really work in the game right now. Probably just mods to make the game even harder. But I get plenty of challenge already. And these yellow ninja getting away so much. Oh, you're not dead. Die. Uh-oh. Quickly. Oh man, close, 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 close. Alright. But yeah, some DLC would be really awesome in this game. And I always look forward to when the game posts any updates. Because most likely when this game updates, Who knows?
Mutants over Broadway.
We'll see a resurgence of past players come back to see what's up, what's new. But you know, as of right now, it's like,
Keep our eyes on the room.
I still love this game. I still love this game a lot. I love this game so much that, I don't know, I felt like just streaming my love for this game after so long. I haven't streamed in a long time. A lot of my past streams are already deleted, but this time I'm taking precautions against my streams getting deleted. I will be archiving all streams on my YouTube channel, which I have linked to my Twitch. So, as of the stream that I did yesterday, so that one's already archived. So if anyone's ever curious about my past streams, from now on, they will be archived on my YouTube channel. Link is on my Twitch. I hope I did it right. I'm still quite new to this whole Twitch thing, so everything's pretty unprofessional. But I don't know, I've never really thought about going professional on Twitch. I kind of just want to keep it casual. No offense to people who are professional. They do a really good job. There are a lot of good Twitch streamers out there. But I just kind of want to keep it casual. Play the game just to play the game. And show my appreciation and love for the game. Will I be doing other games? I think so, yes, eventually. Of course. I have done other games in the past. And as those other streams are kind of gone now, maybe I'll do them again one day. I think I will. There's a high chance that yes, I will. Once I can get in the mood to do it. But as of right now, I really want to do this. I want to turn this game into sort of a series where I tackle each character in this intense custom mode game once per playthrough. Even the characters that I'm not really that good with, like for example Michelangelo and Splinter. I am not very good with those two characters. I don't use Splinter that often, and Michelangelo is my worst character because of his oh boy. Because of his move where when you do a drop kick with Michelangelo and you hit an enemy, he bounces, instead of going straight down to the ground, he bounces off the enemy's head. And since I'm not really used to that, I'm used to characters kicking through the enemy. Oh, that was too early. Oh, that was too early again. Gotta be careful, man. But yeah, that's the main reason why I'm not really good with Michelangelo. But I've seen some amazing Michelangelo players and Master Splinter players. Not common, but they exist for sure. I find that most people tend to pick, like me, like the first time I played, the first character I picked was Raphael. I think that's probably the case for most people, because Raphael seems to be the most popular turtle.
Looks like another victory for the forces of good.
But over time, as I played the game, I found that I really enjoyed being April O'Neil and Leonardo the most. Raphael is of course not bad, and I think the next character I'm going to try using is Raphael, although I expect to die a lot more since I'm not really as good with Raphael as I am with April O'Neil and Leonardo. So I believe like probably after this playthrough with Leonardo, I probably won't be doing so hot anymore, and that's okay. But we'll see how I do. I'm definitely gonna turn this into kind of a thing where it's like I tackle each character until I've tackled them all 7 of them, including the secret character, which I'm sure a lot of people know who it is by now, but for the people who don't know, you'll just have to wait and see. I think I'll use him on the 7th day, on the last day. I'll save the secret character for the last day. Am I good with the secret character? I'm not bad. And there's some really good things about the secret character. He has a really good super, like a really OP super. His super is insanely OP. He's a little, he's not slow, but his combo's a little bit different from, for example, Leonardo's. It's not as easy to keep a combo chain going. He does have a really annoying mechanic where when you do his dash attack, he kind of slides along the ground like he's on ice. So that kind of makes it a bit hard to keep the combo chain going. I don't think anybody else really does that. Only he does that. I don't know why he feels like he's sliding on ice a lot of the time when I use him. I'll definitely show you that when I get to that character. Oops. Careful now. Get that pizza. But yeah, man, this game. Love it, man. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I don't think I'd be able to. I don't remember the last time I've thoroughly enjoyed a game as much as I have this game, especially a beat 'em up game. It's been a really long time since I can definitely say it's been a really long time since I've thoroughly enjoyed a beat 'em up game as much as this one. But yeah, man, I could just keep playing this game. I guess, okay, I said I don't really have any complaints with this game. I don't have any complaints with the game itself, but I guess if I could have one complaint, it would be the lack of players, but that's just what happens over time. So it's definitely not the game's fault, it's just what happens over time. People get tired of the game, I can understand that. Not everybody loves this game as much as I do. I can totally understand that, but you know, I hope that I can at least help bring people back, or at least bring some new players into the game with my playthroughs. So if anyone's ever still on the fence about buying this game, I'll definitely tell you, it's great. The music's great, the gameplay is great, animation is fun. The voice acting is really on point. And just listening to the turtles talk. Oh man. Oh. Almost. Listening to the turtles talk. And say really funny quips and stuff. Like every single level, depending on who you're playing as, they might say something funny. Except for, I guess, April and Master Splinter. It only really the turtles say funny things. Like each level, it has like a different turtle saying something. Like for example, in the 12th level, in the underground lab with Baxter Stockman, when you start the level, if you're playing as Donatello compliments and says, "Wow, this is a crazy lab, right?" And then when you get to Baxter Stockman, oh boy, I'm gonna die. When you get to Baxter Stockman, he also has another funny quip. I guess, oh, hello, there I go. I guess it's because since he's like the science nerd turtle, they have him talking about the underground lab. And it sort of goes on like that. Like each turtle, every level, they have a certain turtle say something at the beginning and when you get to the boss. And it's always something funny. So I really like the banter in this game. Like for example, with Leonardo, there's a couple of times I remember Leonardo speaking. I remember he speaks at the very end of the game against Super Shredder. He speaks. Against Captain Zorax, he speaks. I believe he already spoke once when I was fighting Rocksteady. Probably the most funniest one to listen to is Michelangelo, for obvious reasons, since he's a Joker. He has the most funniest lines. But everyone has really funny lines. The voice acting, overall the voice acting is really, really great.
Krang's head is getting away, dudes!
Like that.
King of the spill!
Michelangelo's hilarious, man. He's good. Everybody has their favorite turtle. Mine is Raphael. But I have no problem with Michelangelo being the goofball. I think overall, all the turtles' different personalities play off each other really well. I think that's definitely the strong point of the TMNT, is that each turtle's personality is radically different from each other. And they all play off each other really well. And make for some really funny conversation. It's always been like that. Like you have Leonardo, he's a staunch leader, very oh, whoa, that was close. Gotta be careful, man. He's very logical and very responsible. Turtles see him as a leader, of course. Yeah, and being the leader, I like the fact that, like, since he's seen as a leader, I remember seeing, well, actually, there was this episode, I believe, of the 2003 TMNT show that I saw. I think it was a 2003 show. Honestly, it's been a long time since I've watched TMNT. But there was this one episode of one of the TMNT season series, where it goes in depth about Leonardo. It goes in depth into Leonardo and like the fact that he's seen as a leader and how much responsibility it is being a leader and kind of taking care of your, not only like your teammates, but also this is family, right? So since they look up to him and see him as a leader, it's a huge and heavy burden. And I remember there's been a couple of times where him and Raphael are kind of come at odds, since Raphael's kind of the hot-headed solo fighter and Leonardo's leader. There have been a lot of times where him and Raphael kind of butt heads. Died again. I'm dying a lot more this time around. But yeah. And that's what the TMNT is really all about. It's like they go through trials and tribulations of not only, you know, saving the world, but also getting through familial situations. I mean, you know, teammate quarrels and all kinds of other scenarios. TMNT's always been a pretty good show. I didn't grow up with the 80s show. But I believe I was there. Of course I watched the 2003 show. I didn't watch the entire series, but I watched some of it. I definitely watched some of the 2003 TMNT. I definitely enjoyed it. And from what I've seen, I've seen episodes of the 80s show, and from what I've seen, this game is pretty faithful to that. Oh, you know what, another thing that was really cool that they added to this game that I haven't really used much. It's a nice feature, but not one that anyone really asked for, at least as far as I know. But it's a nice feature where they added filters to this game that kind of make it look like you're playing on a VCR, VHS, or really old TV. It's a nice touch, since this game is based on the 80s cartoon. But I tend to not play with that filter on that much because it makes everything a bit fuzzy, and I don't think it would be really good quality for a stream like this, so just keep it normal. It's nice to try out once or twice, but not something you really want to come back to, I guess. We live in the HD era, so those days are long behind us. But of course, it's still a nice touch. I mean, just having the option of doing that is really nice. Oh man, the Rat King's always wasting so much time. Oh no. Good. I thought I ran into him. He would have grabbed me and threw me. No! Gotta be careful. Rat King's rats act like Mousers, tiny Mousers, where they jump around, they try to grab you, but they're a little bit faster than the Mousers. Luckily, you only have to fight them in this boss fight. Alright, when he comes down, I'm gonna super him. There you go.
Looks like another victory for the force.
But even though some boss fights aren't my favorite, I wouldn't change it. Not every single boss. There's like over 20 bosses in this game. Not every single boss is going to be fun. That'd be a bit of a tall order to ask.
Small meltdown.
But I believe the majority of them are fun though. Yeah, I'd say the majority of boss fights in this game are a lot of fun. If anyone's curious about what I've ever done in the past on Twitch, I've done a playthrough. I used to Twitch for a friend of mine. But yeah, I stopped doing that. Playthroughs I've done in the past include, I did a Digimon game in the past. Digimon Cyber Sleuth, A Hacker's Memory. I've done that in the past. Played the whole game through. I actually used the original, the Digimon from the original Digimon series, from the original Digimon anime. I used only those, plus some extra DLC Digimon, because I had room to add them in. That ended up being a pretty good playthrough. My friend enjoyed it. I've also done Star Ocean 4, which is one of my all-time favorite games. Really fun game. I think I'm definitely gonna have to do that one again, Star Ocean 4, because I really love that game. That's another game that I really love. My favorite Star Ocean game. If you've ever heard of Star Ocean, it's a series of games that's, well, it's been going on for a long time. It's an RPG that it's a sci-fi RPG that kind of takes place where it's most of the time you play as a pool of characters, or you can play on a planet, a particular planet. The best Star Ocean games, in my opinion, are the ones where you get to travel from planet to planet. There are a couple of games where it takes place on one planet. In Star Ocean 4, you get to travel from planet to planet. But yeah, it's basically a sci-fi RPG game. I recommend anyone who's never heard of it, take a look. It's pretty good. Maybe you'll enjoy it. I haven't played the entire series of Star Ocean 4 all the way through. My first foray into the series was Star Ocean 3. Long time ago, my friend had it and he let me borrow it. And that was my first foray into the series. And ever since then, I've been a pretty big fan. But yeah, I think I'll definitely play through Star Ocean again. So I played those two games, Digimon and Star Ocean, and then another game I've done in the past is Telltale Games' Walking Dead series, which is another game that I really, really love. I'm definitely gonna have to do that one again. It's a very fantastic storytelling game. I definitely have to get the word out about that game. But yeah. A lot of games I suppose I could try out, play.
Behold the light of Tempestra.
I have to think about it.
Over for you, Tempestra.
It's game over for you, Tempestra. Silly little quips like that. Alright, doing pretty good. I don't know, I really like this boss fight. I find it a lot of fun. I don't know, I guess I like the idea that Toka and Raza from the live action movies are just in this game. I didn't expect them to be in it, but there they are.
Looks like another victory for the
Pretty clever way of getting them into the game. Like, yeah, just make them virtual characters. They don't actually exist, but they're virtual.
Roof running reptile.
Whoa, man. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh man, these spear guys. I don't know how they managed to do it, man, but they attack so quickly. That's really bad news, man. And they're even faster on this mode. Like, it only takes them like a split second to just jab you, so you don't really want to attack the spear guys head on. I find doing that, oh gosh, that was bad. I can make it to the next screen without dying. I'll get a pizza. Nope. Got pizza. Some great stuff, man. Like, I can't. I can tell you. I don't think I'll ever stop enthusing about this game. Also, I want to give a thanks to people who have told me that I'm pretty good at this game. People who saw my April O'Neil playthrough, they let me know that I'm pretty good at this game, and I appreciate that. Like I said, I had a lot of practice, and I really, really, really enjoy this game. I play this game pretty much every day, whenever I can. Most of the time, twice a day. Like yesterday, after I was done streaming, I played again later in the day, online with some people. Had an interesting match. There weren't that many people online though, so I only really played with like one other person, since the servers are a little bit dead. They're not completely dead, but they're not as alive as I'd like it to be. But I have been complimented on my skills in the game. You know, I'm happy. Like, I'm happy people think I'm good at it. The whole reason I decided to stream this is because I figured, hey, I think some people would enjoy watching me play because I'm pretty good at this one game. Not to say I'm good at a lot of games, just like this one, and probably a few more. But I felt confident that, hey, I'm good enough where I think I can entertain some people with my skills in this game. Oh man. These guys and their counter attack. Whoa. Got me. Man, you guys are annoying. Counter attacks. Wait for them to start charging. Alright. Push these up. Bebop and Rocksteady. Best of pals, worst of your problems. Are they now? Bebop and Rocksteady are so iconic. Everybody knows Bebop and Rocksteady. Aside from Shredder himself, they're the most iconic villains in the entire franchise. Rocksteady's being pretty trigger happy back there. Oh man, I'm going down. Up there I go. They got me. Alright. Finish them off around the same time. There we go. Yeah, I'm not as good with Leonardo as I am with April, but that's fine.
Come on, let's go! Panic in the sky!
I'm not too familiar with this boss Wingnut. I know he's from the 80s cartoon. Not really, I guess he's not really the most well-known villain. Of course, you know, TMNT franchise has a lot of villains. Like, a lot of franchises have lots of enemies for the heroes to overcome. Whoops. Not every single enemy is going to be well-known. Like Shredder, Bebop, and Rocksteady. And other people. Boy. The song is really catchy. I really like this song. dare you? What's up? Oh, that was weird. There was a little delay there. Gotta be careful, gotta be careful. Oh. Alright, good. Give me that pizza. I need the pizza. There we go. We're safe. This makes me feel like really good when I get after a session. After I play a session of this game, I feel good. There have been times when I'm not having the best of days. Then I come home, play this game, and I feel loads better after I've done playing. It's, I guess you could say, therapeutic in a way. At least for me. Just come home and beat up a bunch of Foot Clan members and relax. I thought I'd just, share that joy, a little bit of that joy with people.
Get ready for some wicked warfare.
Whoa. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Oh boy. Come on now, come on. Come on now.
I'll finish you off myself.
Oh man. Those guys at the top, they move so fast. Gotta get rid of them. Alright. Enough of that. No! Ah, come on now. Die now. Enough of that.
Looks like another victory for the
See them working in the background on the Statue of Liberty. We'll get to you eventually. We'll be getting to you soon. Halfway to you now.
Crisis at Coney Island.
I'm actually quite surprised that I think this game takes place like, how long does this game run for? Like a couple of, I think it like happens all within like 2 days or something. I mean like inside the game. I think this game like goes by within a 2-day period. It's hard to tell because eventually you go to an alien world. I think when you come back from the alien world, it's like the next night. Because when you're at the end of the game, it looks like it's like dusk. So as you can see, we're on episode 9, and it's like it's starting to get late. It's like sunset right now. And then the next episode it'll be nighttime. And then after that, it kind of gets a little bit murky because you're in buildings, and then we get transported to an alien planet. And then when we come back, we're on the final level. And on the final level, it looks like it's already like really late into the day. Just, I don't know, just a quirky thought, I suppose. Like, how long does it take the TMNT to save the world in this game? Like 2 days? 1 day? I think it's more like 2 days. We seem to spend a lot of time on the alien planet. Like, maybe when we're on the alien planet, time flows differently on the alien planet. So by the time we reach Earth again, it's already the next day, or the next night. I mean, I'm sure they didn't really think of something like that, but just a quirky thought I have. Now, I was just thinking that because right now they're still working on the Statue of Liberty, and they're able to do all of that within a matter of like 2 days. Completely re-transform the Statue of Liberty and turn her into a robot. Within such a short amount of time. Probably because they have alien technology on their side. Or maybe because Krang is big brain. I think it's a combination. Dang, man. Some great stuff. Man, those ninjas, the dark ninjas are really annoying. While they're jumping around. Almost got me. Not quite though. Pop a balloon. Grab that and move on. Oh man. Here we go, next boss, Leatherhead. How you doing, Leatherhead? Oh, I think I'll be escaping, alright. Well, who am I kidding? I don't want to escape, I want to beat you up. Who said anything about escaping? Oh, I'm actually taking damage when I do that, that's not good. Whoa. Whoa. Darn it. Darn it. Oh well. And now the pizza comes. I was trying to hold out for that pizza, but oh well.
Looks like another victory.
The voice acting just cuts over one another.
Hey, come back here with that android torso. Let's follow that torso.
And you see, now it's nighttime. So I think this game takes place over the course of maybe 2 days, logically. It's just that when we're in the alien world, a whole day passes, I guess. It's like from episode 1, like I'm guessing episode 1 takes place in the morning. And then, let's see. And then all the way up to episode 8, like morning to afternoon, is like episode 1 to episode 8. And episode 9 takes place in the evening at sunset. And then episode 10 takes place at night. And then from episode 11 onwards, you don't really get to see the sky. So from episode 11 onwards, it's like an entire day, maybe another, like an entire day passes by. Because by the time you reach the end of the game, it's already like sunset of the next day, it looks like. At least it looks like that to me.
I gotta focus.
Oh no, got me. That does 4 damage. Oh my gosh. Come on now. Stop it. Go. Alright. There's another pizza I don't need. Gotta let that one go. But yeah, I mentioned this in the previous video, but one update I hope to see is another addition to custom mode, where I'm able to increase the amount of enemies that spawn. Like for example, I can set it to like, the game would act as if 6 people were in the game and spawn 6 enemies like the entire way through. That would make for amazing gameplay in my opinion, and a really good stream, because it'd be like my entire screen would be flooded with enemies all the time, and I'd just be constantly beating down groups of enemies. I would definitely stream that. But mostly I just want to see this game keep getting updates. I don't really want this game to fizzle out. that Mother Mauser, man. There's another one.
I'll handle this.
Oh, this Mother Mauser.
I'll finish you off myself.
Really tough enemies on this mode.
Hi-ya!
My phone is ringing. Nah, I need to answer that right now. Call them back. Grab this pizza.
Delete the turtles.
Okay, so one thing I really don't like about the Metalhead fight is when he does his shield move and starts shooting rockets into the air. The way to break the shield is one of the rockets becomes a dud and just lands on the ground, like that one. These stupid little Mausers like to get in the way. No, died. The stupid little Mausers like to get in the way, and when you're supposed to hit the shield, the missile, and it's supposed to hit his shield and break the shield. That's the only way to really break the shield. But these tiny little Mausers, they always come out of the ground when he does this move, and they like to jump into the way. And sometimes, a lot of the time actually, the missile will hit a Mauser instead of his shield, and then there's nothing you can do. You just have to wait for him to stop.
Clear to me now. The turtles are my friends.
That's a really annoying thing about this fight.
Looks like another victory for the forces of
Little Mausers, they always jump in the way. Like, I'll hit the missile will start flying towards his shield, and then the Mauser will jump in the way, and then the missile will hit the Mauser instead, and then there's nothing I can do. I just have to wait for him to stop shooting missiles. That's beyond annoying. That happens way too often. The Mother Mausers always come out right before he starts using his missiles. And they knew what they were doing. The developers knew what they were doing there.
gotta stop. Back at you, creeps.
Alright, Triceraton people. I think the Triceraton people are the next most annoying people after the Granite Grunts. And this boss. Ugh. And this boss.
Hi-ya! Back at you, creeps.
Look at this. Darn it. Stop it already. Man. I'm already almost dead. Oh well. Alright. Grab this pizza.
Hi-ya!
Alright. That's too many. That's too many green guys. They're way too gun happy, those green Triceratops.
Hi-ya! Katana slash!
Oh boy. Gotta concentrate a little bit here. There's a lot of stuff happening. These guys have a lot of health.
I'll finish you off myself. Hi-ya! Hi-ya!
Nice, nice. Good stuff. I knew that guy was coming.
Katana slash!
So I moved out of the way. Gotta buckle him down a little bit.
Your history. I'll finish you off myself.
Okay. Made it to the boss. That's an intense level, man. Those Triceratops people really give me a good fight.
About to be history. Hi-ya!
Oh, damn it. No, 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 no. Oh, whew, man. I was trying to kill him before
Looks like another
he
victory.
summoned a stampede. I was just in time. That stampede is not good. It's bad news. Not fun to deal with that stampede.
We must go underground, my children.
It won't fly.
Secret laboratory. Secret underground laboratory.
Knock it off.
Oh man.
Hi-ya! Knock it off.
Darn it, Mother Mauser. Stop it. Just die. Giving me so much trouble. Oh man, I am not feeling hot right now. I've only just begun, man. Come on.
I'll handle this.
Oh. Yeah, not a good start to this level at all. Yeah, that was not a good start. That was not a good start to this level at all.
Work out, guys.
Come on, man. I will say that April has better aerials, I guess you could say, than Donatello. I think April has the best aerials in the game. Yeah, I would say that April is the best character in the air, in my opinion. I definitely like using April, having April in the air a lot.
Knock it off.
He's very fast in the air and hits a lot. Oh no 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 no. Get that pizza. Pizza. There you go. Ah, Mother Mousers are the bane of my existence, I tell ya. Now we deal with these tiny things. Best thing to do with these things is to stun them all, flip them all on their backs, and then take them all down one by one. Because they move quite quickly with increased speed. Past these guns. Oh no, you don't. Darn it. Mother Mousers are the worst. They had to be nerfed. They were so OP before that they had to be nerfed. They've been nerfed a little bit. They used to be a lot tougher back in the day. Back in the day, that was like a couple months ago. I say it like it was like years ago. Oh, whoops. Let me grab this. Kind of annoying here. Get out of here.
I'll finish you off myself. I'll handle this.
Honestly, I probably should have saved that for this part. Why? Okay. Survive. Okay, flip them all on their backs. Oh, one of them flip back up. Alright, I got them. Can't let them shoot at me. Alright. Whew. That was close. That was close. That was good. That was good. But yeah, that's the best way to take down those little shell robots. You just flip them all on their back. And then when they're all on their back, take them down. Darn it. got me. Come on, stop that. Pretty, these little Mousers make this fight a lot more annoying than it needs to be.
You no good.
But overall, it's not so bad.
Looks like another victory for the forces of good.
But I think this fight kind of represents Baxter Stockman quite well, in my opinion. I think like that's the sort of thing he would do, because he's a science nerd like Donatello. Okay, so as I said in my previous playthrough with April, this is where I start really struggling because of these granite grunts. This is when things really get tough. And I'm not playing as my best character now, so I expect to die probably a couple times.
I'll handle this.
Buckle down and do my best. When there's just one of them on the screen, it's not so bad. But when there's like 3 or 4 of them on the screen, it's like, man. Man. Oh, that was the wrong way. Look at all this. Just charge all over the place, man. That's what makes them so hard. They charge everywhere.
Turtles to the rescue!
I did pretty good. Oh well. Don't forget this pizza, even though I don't really need it that much. But a pizza's a pizza. These guys now. Alright, moving on. Darn it. Yeah, these granite grunts, man. They always give me a run for my money. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Got pizza. This particular elevator area is really tough because it's filled with granite grunts and dark Foot Clan members, which are like the two of the strongest enemies in the game, and it just spawns like only those two enemies. So it makes this particular elevator area pretty darn tough, especially when I'm playing with like a bunch of people. It can get really hectic. I'd say this elevator segment is probably one of the harder areas in the game. Not including the boss. The boss is fairly... He's not too hard, but he's not too easy either. Especially when two of the granite grunts come down and help him. Then it's like, oh boy. Yeah. When there's like two granite grunts plus the boss, yeah, that's no fun. About halfway through his health, two granite grunts show up. And like I said, these guys just charge everywhere. There. This elevator scene is definitely one of the harder points in the game, since it spawns like only the strongest enemies, mostly the strongest enemies. Ugh. Stop it. Go away. Pizza. Okay. Overall, I'd say a lot of the game has been made a lot harder after the custom mode update, which was just what I needed at the time. I remember at the time before the custom mode update, that was the point where I was starting to find the game to become a little bit too easy. So, oh wow, I fell right in. It came at a point. It came at a good time for me because it started coming at a point in time where I was finding the game a little bit too easy, and it kind of just renewed my love for the game. I was getting a little bit tired of the game at the time. I was starting to get a little bit tired of the game. due to the fact that the game was starting to become a little bit too easy, but then the custom mode came out. Man, there's so many of you.
Turtles to the rescue! Hi-ya!
There we go. But yeah, after custom mode came out, it really renewed my love for this game. And now I'm able to play this kind of difficulty setting. I hope they really add more options. Like, more options I'd love to see is like different color variations of some kind for doppelgangers, times 6 enemy spawns, where like the game will spawn as if you have 6 people in the game, even if you're by yourself. I would love to see that for sure.
Ready for a little workout, guys?
Oh, be careful, man. Come on now. There you go.
Looks like another victory for the forces of good.
I'm pretty sure
Let's crash Shredder's
if I was
party.
playing with lives, I would have already failed the game. I'm pretty good, but I'm not like super good to that point. This game still throws me for a loop a lot. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't want it to be too easy.
Hi-ya!
Pizza right here. Grab that pizza.
Back you creeps.
I will say that the boss of this level, Slash, I've referenced Turtles in Time, TMNT 4 Turtles in Time, a lot in my previous playthrough. But I want to say, in Turtles in Time, my favorite boss of Turtles in Time, well, I don't know, no, I don't think he was my favorite boss, but the most hardest boss for me when I was a kid, like the boss I could never beat in Turtles in Time was Slash. Like, he's way harder in Turtles in Time than he is in this game. Because you do all kinds of stuff, like he would counterattack, he'd move super fast, just go absolutely crazy. And I remember as a kid, I struggled on that boss so much. I struggled on Slash a lot. Like, Slash was the boss of the prehistoric stage. I struggled on him so much.
Must have zoned out. Turtles to the rescue!
For like the longest time when I was a young child, I could never get past Slash. Like, it wasn't until like later on that I figured out how it took damage. Because I believe like he would always block. He blocks attacks. He'd counter attack. He'd move super fast. Like jump all over the place. He was like the only enemy, I think, the only boss that like actually blocks your attacks. And I couldn't figure out how to beat him. I eventually figured out how to beat Slash later on. He's way harder in Turtles in Time than he is in this game. In this game, he's just super predictable. He's one of the easier bosses in my opinion because he's so predictable. Follows a set pattern, never really changes it up or anything like that, like the other bosses. It's like you always you damage him, he jumps up, throws a bunch of stalactites down, then throws a stone at you, then does his spinning shell attack, then does his spinning sword slash, and then gets dizzy, and then that's when you want to start damaging him. Every now and then he'll try to grab you and like spin you around and throw you. But even that's kind of predictable. You can kind of tell when he's about to do it. Oh no, I shouldn't have gone on there. Okay. Alright, let's try using this time. It doesn't really help that much. I didn't use it on the enemy in my first playthrough. But yeah, you can see why. It doesn't really help that much. If anything, it's more of a detriment. If you're playing with other people, you can accidentally get people killed. I've had that happen before. I've had people get me killed. I've killed other people that way by accident. So attacking that thing is more of a detriment if you're playing with other people. If you're by yourself, it's fine, but it doesn't really help that much. Uh-oh. Gotta survive, gotta survive. Pizza! Playing baseball.
I'm gonna trash you, mutants.
What if we could play as Slash? What if Slash becomes a DLC character? How different would he be from Leonardo? Probably not that different. I've heard people say they'd love to play as Shredder. I'm like, how is that going to work? You're going to play as Shredder in Shredder's Revenge, where Shredder is the final boss. So you're gonna fight Shredder as Shredder. How's that supposed to work? If you're playing as Shredder, then who's the final boss? This game is called Shredder's Revenge after all. Who's revenge, or who's gonna be getting the revenge then? Is it gonna be some kind of reverse scenario where it's like you're playing as Shredder and the enemies are the turtles? I don't know. I guess it would be kind of funny. It would be kind of funny. Oh jeez, he got me, he got me. I wasn't expecting him to jump the second time.
Oh no, I've been trashed. Oh.
Yeah, sometimes he
Looks
manages
like
to get
another
me.
victory for the forces of good.
Outworld stranger.
And here we go, we're on the final level with actual enemies in it again. Darn it. Come on, man. Oh. Spider bosses are way more annoying with double life and double speed. Or, well, more speed. It might be double speed. I just find that these particular settings make enemies that are normally very easy, at least to me, way harder. Enemies I never used to struggle with at all, like those spider robots, they were really easy.
I'll handle this.
Suddenly they're like really tough. Even these jumping robots with the claw hands, they used to be really easy too, but now they're actually a lot tougher. Nope. Ah, you jumping people. Come on now. Let's do this. Getting close to the end, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta focus.
Ah. You trigger happy people. Stop it. Don't you know that being trigger happy is bad? These little narrow hallways make it a little bit more annoying to deal with these guys being in such a narrow place. Come on, come down. There you go. I'm not going up there. Dang. Dang.
Gotta focus.
Come on, man. Okay.
Hi-ya! Back at you, freaks.
Okay. Got a little bit hectic there.
Hi-ya!
It's good to let them land on the ground. They never seem to get knocked in the air when they're on the ground. We can just wail on the pizza monsters. Jeez. Enough of that. Have that pizza. Come on now. There you go. Here we go.
I am invincible.
Time for the almighty final gauntlet.
I'll teach you some manners.
Hi-ya! Hi-ya!
Yeah, the Krang fight's not really my favorite fight since it's pretty time consuming, since, you know, it's a little bit too dangerous to go after him while he's split in two. I very much advise against it.
Hi-ya!
It's even more time consuming with people because he splits into a lot more often. Alright, go away now. Now comes my favorite fight in the whole game. I love this fight so much.
I have a surprise for you.
I will show you how a true ninja fights. The world
Shredder! It doesn't matter who I'm using, I love fighting Shredder the most. So getting to Shredder is a reward in and of itself. I was trying to avoid the pizza. Oh well. Whoa. Oh, he got me. Not that one. Oh, I know which one's the real Shredder. Darn it. It's this one. Oh, man. He's so fast. Wow, you managed to kill me one more time? Dang, Shredder, you're too good. It's too good, man. He is too good. Love this fight. I could probably play that one boss fight. Like, I wish there was a oh, you know what else I'd love to see in this game? A boss rush mode. This game needs a boss rush mode for sure. This game definitely needs a boss rush mode. A boss rush mode would be amazing. I'm honestly surprised this game doesn't already have a boss rush mode. So, Dotemu Games, if you ever see my playthroughs, make it happen. Boss rush mode. Oh crap. That's not good. I would totally play boss rush mode and make it so that you can play boss rush with other people. Although, yeah, make it happen. Boss rush mode would be amazing. Speaking of boss rush, I remember reading about someone saying about this game, the game was not long enough. And I was thinking to myself, really? It's not long enough? It seems pretty long to me. For a beat-em-up game, this is a pretty long game for a beat-em-up. Most beat-em-ups are pretty short. I mean, I've been playing this game a lot, and like, I'd say I get a sufficient amount of gameplay time. It takes me anywhere between an hour to an hour and 45 minutes to get through the game. From start to finish on arcade mode. And then of course there's the adventure mode. But once you've beaten the adventure mode, arcade seems like the most fun thing. No map screen or anything like that, just go straight to the next level and off you go. I tend to play on arcade mode like 99% of the time now. After I beat adventure mode, I just play on arcade mode. And I find that most people online play on arcade mode as well. Nobody really plays online on adventure mode anymore. So if you ever want to find more people, I suggest looking on the arcade mode and not on adventure mode. Most people who play on adventure mode just play offline. New players and such. Oh. Super Shredder, sneaky, sneaky. Um, Another thing I should mention, when Shredder tries to charge into you, because he has a move where he tries to charge into you and grab you, like right there. If you're on the ground, he'll grab you, and then you'll take like 4 damage. But if you're in mid-jump, when he runs into you, you take no damage. So if you manage to jump in time, you can completely nullify damage. You'll get knocked away, but you won't take any damage. Almost there. There we go.
My revenge? Impossible.
Game is fantastic. I've been playing this game since it came out, and I'm still not tired of it. It came out last summer, and I'm still not tired of it at all. Not even close. I love this game so much. I love it. I love it a lot. Like, I really love this game so much. It is definitely the best beat 'em up game to come out last year. Definitely, in my opinion, TMNT Shredder's Revenge is the best beat 'em up game to come out in 2022 for sure. I know I say this a lot. I know I say it a lot, but I don't know. Like, I can't even begin to tell you. Like, I really love this game. Like, there's gonna be a game that everybody loves to death, no matter how old it gets, no matter how much time has passed. You can always come back to it. Of course, I have other games like that, but no other game where I feel like, oh, if I don't play at least one session a day, I don't feel too good. It's only this is the only game that has ever like had that effect on me, at least in a long time. There have been games in the distant past that have done it for me, but 2022, it was this game for sure. And for me, it kind of came at a point where I wasn't really finding too many good games to play in 2022. I found some pretty good games, but nothing to really hold me down. I'm actually looking forward. There are a couple of games out there that I'm looking forward to that are coming out this year. I'm looking out for. But when it comes out, when they come out, they come out. I might do a stream of those. Okay, one thing I want to say about streaming is I don't really feel comfortable streaming a game unless I know I'm sufficiently good at the game. I know it doesn't really matter. Skill doesn't really matter at all. Who cares if you're good or bad at a game? I know, but I don't know. I guess it's just a personal thing. I think some people can probably relate. Like, I want to at least feel like I'm sufficiently good at a game before I go ahead and think about streaming it. Like for example, this game, I have no problem with streaming it because I know I'm really good at it. I've got a lot of practice. I got a lot of time in. I know just about everything, more or less, about this game. And yet, it still finds ways to throw me off balance all the time. Every time I play, it's just something. It's like a different experience, somewhat, every time I play. It doesn't look like a different experience. It's not like one of those procedurally generated games where it's actually a different experience every time you play. It's nothing like that, but I guess it's hard to like explain, I guess. I don't die in the same areas or to the same enemies. Sometimes enemies that I don't have trouble with actually manage to kill me or do a lot of damage to me. Sometimes I start off strong in a level, sometimes I start off weak. I don't know, like it feels like a different experience every single time. I just want one of the things I want is just for more people to think about giving this game a try, and because it really is a good game. I think it's worth everybody's time, in my opinion. This game is definitely worth the time. Everyone should give this game a try. Unless, I guess unless beat 'em up games are not your thing. And that's okay. If beat 'em up games are not your thing, that's fine. But for the people who don't mind beat 'em up games or even like beat 'em up games, I severely recommend this. I definitely recommend this game. And if you have friends who would be willing to play with you, I recommend bringing them along for the ride as well. I think you won't regret it. I think you won't regret it at all. As for me, I think I'm going to really turn this into sort of a series, maybe. Like, I plan on playing through the game as each individual character. This is my second playthrough. I've already done one yesterday as April. So, yeah. I hope everybody who takes time to watch this, enjoys it, and I hope you guys look forward to my upcoming playthroughs with the other characters. The next character I'm going to play as is probably going to be Raphael, because while he's not my favorite character in this game, he's my favorite turtle in the whole TMNT franchise. He's always been my favorite turtle ever since I was young. So I gotta pay tribute to him. He was the first character I picked in this game when I first started playing. He was the very first character I picked. He was the first character I beat the game as. I beat adventure mode as him. He was the first character I got to max level on adventure mode. Yeah, I think it's gonna be really fun experience. Let's see, it took me a little bit longer to get through the game than it did with April, just like by I think like 5 minutes, around 5 or so minutes, so not too bad. But yeah, this is the end. This is a conclusion. This concludes the playthrough of Leonardo. Next time I stream, I will be playing as Raphael, so I hope you guys look forward to that. And I'll see you guys there.